It might not happen overnight, but I'ma get it with some time. Don't ask me how I'm doing. Lately I've been doing fine. I've been taking care of business, trying to stay up on my grind. Sticking to the mission, making sure I'm in my lane. I heard once you touch a million, life will never be the same. Promised to myself that I'd never ever change. Took some losses, kept it pushing, had to charge it to the game. I've been paper chasing since a youngin', praying for success, hoping one day I do.
Yo, Royal Crown Spotlight back in the building. Let my man introduce himself to y'all. You know, for those of you who don't know.
I go by Ramaj. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at the same name, @_official Ramaj. That's on all platforms.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna hop right into the interview, man. You know, tell the people a little something about yourself, about your music, where you from, how you got your name.
I'm from Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana to be exact. I've been rapping since I was 9, so it's a long time. I started rapping with this white dude that I grew up with. I stayed with it, he didn't really stay with it too much, you know what I mean? Really, it's a deep passion of mine. Like, music is above any passion that I've ever done, like basketball, football, music is number one. I just put my soul in anything that I do, anything.
So I know you said basketball and football, so you played sports all throughout school?
Not all throughout school. I played basketball all throughout school, but I didn't play football. I stopped playing football in 7th grade.
What position?
I played wide receiver and I played tailback a little bit.
Okay. What about the basketball?
Basketball, I played small forward and some shooting guard. I was pretty decent.
You played all the way through high school?
Yeah, up until my 12th grade year, I ain't finished school. I dropped out.
So when was it you realized that you wanted to take music serious?
Up until about a year and a half ago. My little cousin Marley G died. I'm pretty sure y'all know Marley G, official Marley G. Y'all know him and familiar with official Marley G. That was my little cousin, man. I inspired him to rap. When me and T used to go to Marksville, my little brother T, I'll never forget it. We went to this party. It was my little cousin Tristan and Marley G was there. And me and T was rapping, freestyling, shit like that. And then Marley came and he was like, man, I want to rap with y'all. And he was like, spit something. And then he spit something. I was like, damn, little cuz, cold. And ever since then, I was like, man, little cuz, just take it serious. I'm telling him this, I'm not even taking it serious yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, take it serious, do this shit. And then I started seeing cuz flourish. And when he died, man, that shit, it kind of fucked with me bad, you know what I'm saying? Because that's little cuz, that's heart, you know what I'm saying? That's blood. And to know I encourage him to do music, I feel like, man, who else to take the spotlight, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what really encouraged me. And my kids, you know what I'm saying? My kids is a big encouragement on my music too. I want to be something for them. I want to be a big influence on their life, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be an average Joe working at Lowe's or Walmart for the rest of their life. I want to be something to look up to.
So speaking of Marley G, man, did y'all ever get a chance to do any music together?
We didn't. We were supposed to link up, man, but between him staying in Houston and me coming here, like, it was kind of hard for us to link up.
So, I mean, how did that make you feel when you started seeing Marley, you know, take off like you did? Man, it seemed like it happened overnight for him, which we know it wasn't, but it really seemed like overnight, especially us being from Louisiana.
Yeah,
you know
that shit excited me, man. Like, seeing that shit motivated me like a motherfucker. I used to show her the videos all the time, man. Look at her. I'll never forget when she met him. The first time she met him was in Lafayette. We was at my bro T house. We were smoking and chilling. He just so happened to come through. We smoked and chilled with him. She met him. That was the first and last time she seen him. And that was actually the last time I seen him. That was a while ago too.
Yeah, it was like it's crazy how the universe come back full circle, because I never forget it was a dude go by True Getty out of Lafayette, and man, he was shooting videos at that time. He was shooting videos for Marley G. Matter of fact, that was like, you know, his early stages.
Yeah.
Man, I always used to talk about, man, hey, T, you got it. That was before I was in management though. You know what I'm saying? I was still an artist then. He was like, man, you gotta see, you gotta check him out. And you know what I'm saying? I just started following. and then it's like it happened so quick, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
he had so much life left to live, you know?
Yeah, man, he wasn't done. He wasn't close to being done. But everybody got their calling, you know what I'm saying? God call you on at some point.
Right.
Hey, bro. Give me a bottle of water.
Speaking of your kids, you know, I know you have some projects coming up, and you definitely want to dedicate it to your kids, man. How does it feel? I know you have a daughter and a son. Like, does it worry you any the way this country is headed, seeing so many of our own being gunned down, kids to adults? Like, how does that make you feel knowing you have 2 kids coming up?
I think about it like a motherfucker, especially having a black son, you know what I'm saying? But being at the way I am, and being that that's my genes and that's my offspring, I know he gonna be humble like me, and he gonna know how to handle certain situations like me. Like I had multiple run-in with the law, but you know, I'm still here because I know how to play my role, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he gonna know the same thing, and it's for my daughter. I feel like she gonna be pretty smart, you know what I mean? I feel like she gonna know her do's and don'ts, and how to be respectful like that, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
So do you feel like do you feel like there's an appropriate age to start having these conversations with your kids? Like how do you sit down and tell your kids, like, literally, son, daughter, you have to worry about certain stuff simply because of the color of your skin?
I'ma just tell them straight how it is when they old enough to understand. Like I'm pretty sure Grace would understand now, but not how I would want her to understand. As far as these people don't really like you because of your skin tone, like she wouldn't really understand it right now. But when she gets to the age, as far as my son, and as well as my son, when they get to their age to understand, I'm definitely gonna keep it real, break it down to them. Like most white people dislike us because of the color of our skin, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And make it hard on us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Make it real hard on us.
So music-wise, do you feel like there is anything we can do, you know, as artists, entertainers, you know, to help with that? Like, what do you think we should be doing on our part?
I feel like we can speak on it more. You know, speak on more positivity. Like right now in the music industry, it's a lot of mumble rap, dope rap, guns, violence, beating your girls, hoes this, hoes that. You know what I'm saying? I think we need a revolution in hip hop as far as turning that shit around to positive things being brought up in the music industry. Like raising your kids, being there for your kids, staying with your family through trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Like I think more artists and more people in the music industry should speak up on that. That's just my take.
Right. Definitely, man. So how would you describe your music?
I make real music. I make music from the heart, from the soul. You know what I mean? Whatever I'm going through, and I don't go with the flow, the trend. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do my own thing, make my own music, make what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people will feel me more for that, for staying in my own lane. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that, man. Anytime I'm telling somebody about your music, that's definitely how I describe it. If you had to describe your sound, what kind of sound would you say you have?
I would think I have like a old school vibe type flow, like when rap was rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When hip hop was actually hip hop, when it was actually talking about.
Actually meant something.
Yeah, when they actually had a solid foundation on what they was talking about. You know what I'm
saying? Any artists you would like to work with that you haven't worked with?
Like as far as in the industry already?
Industry, logo,
anybody?
like just in general.
I mean, not really, to be honest with you. I mean, my sound is different. You feel what I'm saying? Not to be on no cocky stuff, on no arrogant stuff like that. My sound is different, and it's hard for me to find a person that matches what I'm trying to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Without you selling out.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. What type? Who would you say? What artist you say inspired you?
Tupac, definitely Tupac. But it's also a string of artists that inspired me along the way. But I would say Tupac would be my main inspiration in music. But you got your Wiz Khalifas, you got your Nas, Jadakiss. Big fan of Jadakiss. I used to listen to Jadakiss all the time, 24/7. That's probably why. Yeah, it's probably why my music sounds the way it sounds. Because I used to listen to a lot of New York rap and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Right. I say, if it had one artist that you could choose to bring back, I'm rephrase that. Out of all the artists that we've lost, which one you say had the biggest impact on you?
Nipsey Hussle.
I can
By
dig
far.
that.
By far.
Why'd you say Nipsey?
Before Nipsey died, I was just getting on it. Like Victory Lap. It took my attention to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And I started going back, I started doing research on him, I started listening to all this old music. And when he died, I really went back and started doing research and went into the mind of, like, I'm talking about Googling books he read, all kind of stuff like that.
Dude had some of the dopest interviews.
Man, that's a very inspirational person, one of the most inspirational persons in my life. I ain't gonna lie. From his interviews to music to how he handled himself to how he was with his family, all that.
Man, before we wrap it up, man, I'm gonna tell you something I admire about you. Everything you do with your family. You know what I'm saying? Your shows, your videos, everything. So, what would you say to the artists out there, especially the young artists that feel like they always gotta run in the clique, everything they do?
Stay solo, man. If you can help it, stay solo. You'll stay out of conflict. You'll stay out of trouble. You won't have that snake that's gonna come back and bite you in your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff you gotta really worry about when you're hanging with a crowd of people, because it could be your best friend that gets you killed. You know what I'm saying? And my mama always told me that, and it just stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do stuff with my girl. Or if you're not my day one, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Social distance.
You was already doing that, huh?
Oh God.
We're gonna dig a little deep before we wrap it up, man. What would you say has been one of the hardest losses you faced?
One of the hardest losses that I had to take.
Yeah.
Think on that.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta think on that one. Shit. One of the hardest losses I had to take.
I'm gonna put you in deep thought, huh?
Okay, I say one of the hardest losses, L's that I took, was not finishing school. I take that. That's one of my biggest L's. I regret not finishing school, because I mean, school isn't everything, but at the same time, I still have that in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't finish school at a GED.
I'm glad you said that, because so many people, especially these new up and coming rappers or those that maybe try to dumb down school or make people feel like, man, it's not cool to go to school or have a job. You know what I'm saying?
Man. School is good. School is a good thing. You learning constantly.
Right.
You know what I mean? And upgrading your knowledge on all kind of stuff. Staying aware, staying sharp. Schools do all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my biggest areas.
So before we leave, man, tell everybody any new projects you got coming out. I know you just dropped a video where they can find all your music, man.
Yeah, man. I got a couple singles coming out. Like I'm doing. I'm trying something different. I'm finna do a bunch of singles, and it's gonna be a lot of videos coming with them. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be on the lookout for that. Again, my Instagram, all my social medias, they're the same. @_official Ramaj. That's RAMAJ. Official. I know y'all all know how to spell official. Official Ramaj. _ at the beginning.
And last but not least, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be I want to leave this down to my kids. Like I want my kids to look back on this and say, damn, this is what he did for us. You feel what I'm saying? Like I want to have that big of a legacy, that big of an impact on my kids and their financial wealth. Like that's my biggest legacy. That's what I want my legacy to be. I don't even care about the money, the music. I want my kids to be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? But we out of here, man.
Alright.